Okay, this is going to be some funny moments of 2013. It's pretty funny, the reason I'm taping this. I think it's like 7 or 8 minutes long, something like that. But it's some really, I thought was some funny stuff that they keep bringing up. All right, I'm going to start this.
From Ted Cruz reading Dr. Seuss on the Senate floor to Anthony Weiner running for mayor of New York City to a new pope in the Vatican, it was a big year of big personalities. But at the end of the day, really, it was a Canadian who stole the show in 2013.
My fellow Americans, we are made for this moment, and we will seize it so long as we seize it together.
Fresh off a re-election victory, President Obama began 2013 energized.
I did it.
But it didn't take long for the second-term curse to kick in.
The United States of America not paying its bills is irresponsible.
The feds have tracked more than 20 phone lines used by the Associated Press.
It's inexcusable, and Americans are right to be angry about it, and I am angry about it.
Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
Chemical weapons in Syria nearly pulled the U.S. into another war in the Middle East.
Whether or not this red line was crossed.
But the president decided not to cross that line.
First of all, I didn't set a red line. The world set a red line.
Gun control took center stage.
President Obama is out with his plan on gun control.
But even the massacre at Sandy Hook couldn't change hearts and minds in Congress.
What's appalled me about this whole debate is how little it's had to do with making people safe and how much it has to do with its decade agenda to attack the Second Amendment.
You know it's going to be a rough year when a 30-year-old hacker can bring down your national spy program, but you can't find enough hackers to fix your own website.
So let me give you that number. The number is 1-800-318-2596.
And boy, those Star Trek and Gilligan's Island videos from the IRS sure didn't help at all.
That's why I became a public servant.
The minority party took center stage in 2013, and though they stumbled out of the gate, some Republicans accomplished exactly what they wanted to, which was absolutely nothing.
Let's repeal this failure before it literally kills women, kills children.
Some tried filibustering their way to more gridlock.
I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Others tried to place blame on the president.
Why don't you get a drink with Mitch McConnell, they asked. Really? Why don't you get a drink with Mitch McConnell?
But not all Republicans were down with the shutdown.
Some people in my party took the stupid pill. They came up with a horrible strategy. They're going to cave in. And they're going to look horrible.
The world lost some larger-than-life figures in 2013 from a man who freed a nation to a mobster who captured our imagination.
And if you're lucky, you'll remember the little moments. Like this.
America saw more than its share of tragedies in 2013.
I've got that image and that sound. I'll never forget the sound.
Never a thought in your mind that you could just, out of left field, get blown up.
We are covering a historic tornado in Oklahoma tonight.
What you're seeing is a neighborhood.
House. 3 women, each missing for a decade, found alive in a Cleveland home.
I'm calling the 911 for a man to bury. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean?
It's tragedy in Arizona. 19 members of an elite firefighting crew killed in the line of duty.
For some, the new year brought the promise of new beginnings and the possibility of change at the Vatican with the arrival of Pope Francis. The kids think he's all the rage. In fact, he can't get rid of the kids. And speaking of children, one lucky baby hit the genetic lottery in the United Kingdom.
Welcome, humble Dixie, Adventure King.
In sports, somebody forgot to pay the electric bill in New Orleans, and the lights went out at Super Bowl 47. The heat stayed hot. The cup came to the Windy City, and the University of Alabama saw its ups and its downs.
Auburn's gonna win the football game! Auburn's gonna win the football game!
The Red Sox pulled off an improbable win for a city in need of a lift.
This is for you, Boston.
We were introduced to one football star's imaginary friend.
And he would say to you,
I can see you.
Yeah.
I don't know why you can't see me.
Correct.
Didn't you think that was a little weird?
A few of sports' biggest cheaters came clean.
I didn't invent the culture, but I didn't try to stop the culture. And that's my mistake.
Now, if only the Yankees could clear that $114 million off their books.
I shouldn't serve one inning. And this guy should come to our city. I know he doesn't like New York. I love this city.
Shocking allegations of murder here and abroad, and a coach who took practice way too seriously. One noted southpaw struggled this year with the jumper.
Break house.
2013 had its share of bizarre headlines. A cruise ship turned into a floating toilet.
It was the cruise from hell.
Dennis Rodman found a kindred spirit in North Korea.
He's a great guy. He's just a great guy.
A great guy who puts 200,000 people in prison camps?
Celebrity chef Paula Deen found herself out of a job.
I is what I is, and I'm not changing.
And Miley Cyrus brought twerking from the strip clubs
Oh my
to the
God.
American mainstream. And we put her on morning TV.
What's wrong with you, TJ?
Good morning,
We
everyone.
got kids watching the show.
Back
We're getting
from
ready for
vacation.
school.
The Big Gulp came dangerously close to extinction in New York City this year.
Dude, it's just pop with low-cal ice cubes in it.
We learned the ugly truth about the delicious McRib.
McRib
Sweet Jesus.
went viral.
And you know all those meatballs you've been buying at IKEA? They might have been horse meat. At least we can claim victory with the hands-free Whopper. As attention turned to 2016, Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey burst onto the political scene.
I didn't know this was going to be this long.
But not all Republicans were happy about his arrival.
This is the king of bacon talking about bacon.
Anthony Weiner turned the New York City mayor's race into a bad reality show.
Yeah.
You don't like to vote for me? Do not vote for me, but don't deny these people the right to vote for me.
You are disgusting. Disgusting.
One person yelling is not going to stop me.
You're a real scumbag, Anthony. That's a charming guy right there.
Which culminated in an odd appearance with our own Lawrence O'Donnell.
Anthony, I think there is something wrong.
I know you just said that. You just said that. Repeating it doesn't make it any more interesting.
Didn't
Lawrence,
make money.
chillax, buddy. Just dial it down a second.
And I'm
Lawrence, do you
wondering
want to
why-
ask me a question, or do you have me on a harangue with a split screen?
But this year's most interesting character comes from our neighbor to the north. Detective Chris Farley is haunting the Toronto mayor's office.
Yes, I have some more crack cocaine. Young lady! Say that!
Hats off to you, Canada. We've had our share of crack-smoking mayors here in the U.S., but Rob Ford takes the cake. A fitting end to a wild year.
What are you? Still ahead on Morning Joe from Washington to Hollywood.
Okay, that was it, but it was got funny towards like the halfway point to the end. All right, end the video.